Hey everyone, welcome back to the R.A.N.G.E Silence Your Shop Authority video today. 2-for-1 deal. This review was supposed to happen in April, but various delays put us behind. Regardless, say hello to the CMMG, MKG Banshee, and DefCan and 45 ACP. Let's rip into this review. We'll break this video into two parts. We'll talk about the Banshee first, then move on to the DefCan. The Banshee is available in two configurations, a pistol variant with a stabilizing brace, and what you see in front of you, the NFA SBR version with their new ripstock adjustable stock. This stock can be pinned, open, or a set screw can be placed in one of the threaded holes in the bottom of the buffer tube here to prevent the stock from collapsing any further. Essentially, here is a release handle in the back, and you can really just pull the stock to any length you need. We have an ambidextrous safety, charging handle as well from CMMG manufacturer, sling plate, large paddle magazine release, and standard AR-15 bolt release, and forward assist. To say in the simplest terms, if you're familiar with an AR-15 and its variants, controls are virtually the same. Magpul grip and VFG, NFA only. Handguard is M-lock with attachments at the 3, 6, and 9 position. The 45 ACP is offered with a 5-inch threaded barrel and 578 by 28 threads. Trigger broken and average 6 pounds 5 ounces and feels like a standard AR trigger to me. A little smoother than I'm used to seeing out of the box. Out of the box weight with an empty 13 round magazine is 4 pounds 15 ounces. 5 pounds 11 ounces with the DefCan. Overall length collapsed with the DefCan QD mount is a little over 20.5 inches. The stock extended brings you to 24 inches. Adding the DefCan puts you at 31.5 inches. Field stripping is accomplished in the same manner as an AR-15. Make sure the chamber is empty and the bolt is forward, and you just simply remove the rear and front pins. There you go. On the lower, you'll note the interesting transfer bar mechanism used for the last round bolt hold open. Essentially, this trips the standard AR-15 bolt release. The bolt carrier and bolt again are very AR-15-ish. The difference is that the action is a radial blowback design, patented by CMMG. Essentially, the bolt locks into the barrel extension, just like on an AR-15 DI gun. When the gun is fired, the bolt is pushed back, causing it to rotate and unlock from the extension and move rearward. This blowback method allows for a very light buffer and carrier. If cycling certain ammunition types becomes an issue, there is the ability to add weights to the carrier to tune the action for specific ammunition. The bolt is spring-loaded, and the gas carrier that you see here is just there to facilitate the charging handle. This should allow for a very smooth and lighter recoiling gun because the action doesn't have the mass a typical blowback gun has. During the outings, I used Perfecta, Freedom Munitions Hush, and some surplus PPU that I got from AIM Surplus. Suppressed or unsuppressed, brass was always in the 3 to 5 o'clock position without adding any tuning weights. I didn't do any bench shooting for accuracy, but the few quick groups I did while standing were giving me excellent results. It takes Glock 21 magazines, 10 or 13 round flavor. I did pick up some of the SGM 26 round magazines from Gun Mag Warehouse that ran pretty well, just like an Iraq Vet 8888's video. I did have the occasional lockback with 1 round left in the magazine, but that could have been the underpowered PPU that I was using. Both the factory and SGM magazines drop free from this gun, as long as you make sure you press the magazine release fully. That one drops free, and here's our SGM. That one drops free as well. I was curious if the action type had any velocity gains over a 5-inch pistol. I used the FMP 45 Tactical, which has a 5.3-inch threaded barrel, and with the Perfecta I got an average of 831 feet per second. The Banshee got 870 feet per second. My positives on the Banshee platform: AR-15 platform similarities and modular ability. I can change the grips, the triggers, charging handle, etc. Quality is through the roof. The Cerakote looks amazing and is offered in 11 flavors. It shoots smoother than other pistol caliber carbines I've tried, likely due to the bolt carrier weight savings. Neutral thoughts: could use a longer barrel. Yes, it's an SBR, pistol caliber carbine, and the Banshee is the shortest and lightest configurations offered from CMMG, but I would think a 6.5 inch to 8 inch barrel would give us a performance benefit without being too long. A minor annoyance for me, maybe not for you, is because of how the ripstock is set up. It makes the gun a little bit of a rattle box. You can kind of see here that the stock likes to jiggle about, but that could be just me being annoyed and not you. Any negatives? I haven't shot any AR variant PCCs suppressed, but there is a decent amount of blowback in the shooter's face with this setup. Less noticeable if you're shooting right-handed, but way more noticeable left-handed. My only comparison though is with my CZ Evo. Now let's look at the DefCan 45, coming in right around 10 inches with a diameter of 1.5 inches. It has an exit hole here of 515 thousandths, constructed of 70-75 aluminum. It has an anodized finish. The rear of the tube that contains the QD bilock is the serialized part. The DefCan, like I mentioned, uses a bilock QD muzzle device that is easy on, easy off. Essentially, you just line up the keys here, slip them over the keys, press down, rotate counterclockwise, sorry, and you're good. Rotate, push forward, look clockwise, and off. Pretty easy. Much better than threading that all the way on there. The DefCan will work on any fixed barrel gun, but it was specifically designed for the Banshee. Back from aimed research is the Larson Davis LXT. We did 1 meter to the left, and then we did a 6 inches from the shooter's right ear. We used the Freedom Munitions 45 ACP Hush for the test. It remains subsonic through testing, although pretty much any 230 grain ball should be subsonic out of shorter barrel lengths. Alright, now we'll throw their DefCan 45 on there. The lockup's pretty nifty. Alright, now we'll take some numbers from the shooter's right ear. I have the microphone approximately 6 to 8 inches from the right ear, about 5'6" off the ground. This is right side eject. I will shoot it right-handed. I am left-handed, so it may look awkward, but don't worry, I'm okay. And now we'll throw the DefCan on there. Unsuppressed, we average 159.8 decibels and 158.1 at the shooter's ear. Suppressed was 131.9 and 131.8 decibels at the shooter's ear. Positives about the can: it's full auto rated, and the QD attachment system. I can buy multiple different QD mounts for any of my other PCCs in 45 or sub calibers, and I'm not having to thread and unthread the can to move it from host to host. Can is sealed and non-user serviceable. Sound reduction levels from testing are right on par with other 45 cans. Neutral thoughts. Overall length is a little long, but probably rightfully so because of the use of the QD system. Also, if you do forget that the can is QD, or maybe you have a friend that doesn't know, it is possible to unscrew the rear end cap which houses the spring assembly for the QD mount. As you can see right here, I made that mistake when I first got it, and you just make sure that you tighten it back up, and it's not going to go anywhere. I couldn't find any negatives about the can. Fit and finish are great, and it worked as described. MSRP on the Banshee is $14.50 in both flavors, and the DefCan 45 is $700. Both are available from Silencer Shop, of course. I'd like to thank Silencer Shop and CMMG for sending the Banshee and DefCan out for demo, Nathan at A.N.G.E Research for having the Larson Davis meter available. He's running a special on renting the Kronos high-speed camera that he has for longer than 1-day rentals until the end of July. If you have an interest in renting one of those, go to his link in my description below and mention my channel name and he will take care of you. As always, thank you to my Patreon supporters and you all for watching. Until next time, catch you at the range.